Hello, welcome. I'm struggling with my glasses reflection again. I should switch locations. Anyways, this is where I want to be, in front of the lake. And you can enjoy the view of the lake from my reflection. Just kidding. Just popped on. Happy Valentine's Day a couple days ago for those of you on the other side of the world from me, and yesterday for those of you on this side, North America side, and South America. Anyways, I just wanted to do a reading. I was going to do one originally for myself. I channeled Spirit a little bit this morning to get some guidance on who might be drawn or called to attend my Magic Rose Circle. So I send out invitations to tagged people who might be supportive, might be in town, might be craving some soul love and some play. So tarot card play and meditation and energetic uplifts. So then I was going to do a reading for myself, but I decided, nope, I'm going to do a public reading. I haven't done one for a little while. So I'm going to do some cards for the collective conscious, and we'll do a meditation. So we're going to do the Work Your Light Oracle card deck today. And then we'll do a meditation and a transmission from your soul from the secret language of light. This is my favorite one because it's been helping me develop my skill set, and it's how I connected with my soul, Mimi, one of my spirit guides. So first, the Oracle guidebook. So I'm going to give it a bit of a shuffle. I've already cleared the deck of any energy. I've grounded myself and cleared myself so that I can just be receptive medium for the messages from the spirit world, from your guides. Anyone that's connected to me will come across this video, and this message will be for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then it's not meant for you, or it is, there's some work, some awareness that needs to be brought to your attention on something to be able to receive the message. But today I'm asking for my spirit guides, my soul, Mimi, to provide some inspiring and uplifting messages for the collective conscious, for those spirits that will be tuning in or see this video now or in the future. So what is it that you have on your mind that you're looking for guidance with, clarity, answers, something that you may be facing as a challenge or an opportunity you may be embarking on? Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to my glasses because my eyes have been closed. That's one way that I channel and have a stronger connection to my clairvoyance, is seeing things in my third eye. So I'm just gonna fan the deck out a bit so I can feel the energy of the cards and see where Spirit wants to take me. Okay, so the card we've pulled is Boundaries. This is a good one, especially for someone like me who is working with the spirit world and working with my intuition in somewhat of a guidance counselor role. Often, naturally we have friendships and support networks that we vent to and we share our problems with and we seek counsel or advice from, and we consult a number of people, and then we take what resonates with us and we move forward in that action or that direction that suits us. Sometimes we have a hard time putting boundaries up, which allows other people to take our energy, which allows us to give our power away. And when we have really weak boundaries, we can become really drained really fast. And other people can take advantage of us. So this card is showing where do you need to establish better boundaries. This card is showing people effectively taking your energy from you. And if you don't have enough protection around you, enough boundaries, enough light, enough energetic frequency, vibration, if you're not in that place of joy and upliftment, and you're not regularly clearing the energy that doesn't belong to you and calling back your power, you're going to feel drained. You're going to have no energy, and you're going to be effectively burnt out. So let's see what the message in the book is. Number 38. And I'm very much actively working on setting the appropriate boundaries to guard my energy. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? You are being called to create clearer boundaries in your life. This could be with your friends, family, or work. Saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment, which is the biggest energy drain ever. Wow, that makes so much sense. At first, it might only be a little bit and not feel like a big deal. But before you know it, your energy field becomes porous and you are left feeling depleted, resentful, or taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries. For when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand and where you are able to give freely. If you are not clear where your boundaries lie, this causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords to be planted. If you are saying yes when you really mean no, you are likely needing something for yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be a need for approval, a fear of being seen a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your belly. Your belly is the second brain. It has an intelligence known as your gut feelings. Tune in to the space when deciding what is okay for you. How does it feel? What is it trying to communicate with you? Where in your life do you need to establish better boundaries? I love that card. And it's so true for so many of us, especially as we are working to raise the collective conscious and our energetic vibration. It comes down to protecting and preserving our energy. It comes back to the age-old adage, you can't pour from an empty bucket. And if you're constantly having these energetic cords with these people and you're not protecting your boundaries, your bucket's gonna be empty, girl. Or boy, whoever's watching this. Okay, let's do another card for general guidance in addition to the boundaries that we need to establish and maintain and enforce. What else would be a positive and uplifting and helpful message today for our community? Alexa, turn it down. I use my robot Alexa a lot. She controls my lights, she controls my music. Number 44, mirror. Who or what is triggering you? This one's such a good one, especially when it comes to boundaries. For myself, what I have found is I am especially triggered by certain people in my life. And guess what? Those are the same people that I have the hardest time enforcing my boundaries with. Those are the people closest to me that I love, that I give myself so freely, that I allow my boundaries to crumble. And they're also the people that cause me the most pain, unintentionally. But I've noticed that when I set my boundaries with these people that trigger me, that are my mirror, that are reflecting back to me the things that I need to work on, that I need to heal, that I need to change in myself, when my boundaries are clear and consistent, that relationship and that love and that mirror is so strong, is so positive, is so happy, is so generous, is so giving. So let's have a look at where we need to recognize who or what is triggering us and how to deal with that. So this is mirror number 44. And if you ever have any questions about, the author of these decks or what decks I'm using, just pop a comment and I'm happy to respond. Okay, so the filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time, through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, sorry, I didn't want to cover the bottom. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often, it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at the experiences or people, at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise, are envious of, and put down. If we do not realize that they are triggering something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. Who or what is triggering you? What is it in you that they are triggering? What part of you longs to be witnessed? Oh my gosh, I can't believe my card drifted so low. I'm so sorry, people. Also, I'm just starting another round of EMDR therapy. I did it almost 3 years ago now, when I had my 40th birthday, and it was super helpful for reprocessing some of the trauma that I had experienced that led to some of the beliefs I had about myself that weren't positive. And as I'm now in another round of healing, and I'm, I guess, mostly stable emotionally, I'm able to embark now on reprocessing some more trauma related to things that have been triggering me, and I'm so excited. I've basically realized that for my whole entire life, since I was 3 years old, the earliest memories I have, that I've had a ton of little t trauma, a lot of complex trauma, over my entire life, so 39 years. Shoot. What was I going to say? Oh, and being an autistic and ADHD, I've lived my whole entire life in complex trauma because of the systems in society that haven't been built to support or accommodate me and have basically failed me, and my nervous system. Okay, so I did want to go to a card to provide one message as we move forward from today on and into our weekend. As we move, okay, cards. So, well, I don't even need to, this one jumped out, so we have to read it. But as we move forward, what is it that we need to know and trust to help us move forward in faith and light? And Spirit, sometimes before I even can say it, it's already been a thought in my mind. And so Spirit is already like, here's the answer to your question. So this one says, Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Of course it is. Of course my guidance is divinely guided. So anything I'm guiding you guys, anything I'm communicating comes from divine guidance above. It comes from my spirit guide, my soul Mimi, and my past loved ones, and others that I haven't met yet or connected with. And you have the same team, not the same exact ones, but you have a team of spirits and souls and ancestors that love you, that watch over you, that care for you and help guide you. The problem is most of us are so grounded in reality, in the third dimension, in earth, in physicality, we've lost our connection to spirit, and we don't hear it, and we don't see it, and we don't feel it, and we question it, and we doubt it when we do. So Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Trust and have faith that God is with you. Trust and have faith that your soul, your subconscious, your higher self is with you. Whatever you believe in, you know there's a greater power and a greater source out there that you come from. You know that we all have carbon infused in us. So trust and believe that your guidance is divinely guided. Anything you hear, receive, or need is divinely guided. It will be provided. So I'm going to read the card, and then we'll pop over to the secret language of light to do a meditation. Number 112. Akasha. And this has to do with the Akashic records too. Like the records, this is a hall in one of the higher dimensions where every piece of information, knowledge, history lives that we can all tap into and have access to. So Akasha exists in the 5th dimension and the library of souls. All soul contracts, history, gifts, lessons, and more exist here. We each have access to this information of the past, present, and future, and can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points on the timeline of our lives that are predestined or pre-planned, soul contracts or agreements that were made before incarnating. It could be a company you chose to work for, a relationship you planned to have, a person you agreed to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. If you are waiting for a sign to proceed, this card is it. You are likely living out an important part of your soul's journey, and you are exactly where you need to be. This is very exciting indeed. It is a time to call in the support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spirit world, to trust the signs coming, to take note of your dreams, to notice any feelings or visions that you receive. Akasha and you are being given the go-ahead to proceed. Hold this card up to your heart, so you can hold your phone or you can just look at it and put your hand over your heart and say, I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the Akasha. I am ready to download any information from my soul records that is in my highest good and the highest good of all right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Thank you, Mimi, for all of those wonderful messages and all the spirit guides and ancestors up above. Now we'll move over to this one. Sorry, a card jumped out of the deck because I had been working on a different card another day. So now I'll just start to shuffle this one a little bit and get some energy infused so that we can integrate those messages. So we can perhaps have our guides show us, bring awareness to the areas where we need to set more boundaries. And just a word of caution, often this can be very upsetting and emotional. If we're being triggered, it's going to hurt. It's going to be painful. But if we are acting from our subconscious, then we're going to be able to see that this is an opportunity we need to work on and heal. And then we'll be able to take the steps that we need to enforce or establish those boundaries. So the secret language of light for today, the message that'll help us integrate all of this and being able to tap into our Akashic records and trust our divine guidance that we receive. Okay, this one is, light beings, number 35. I don't think I've had this one yet. So beautiful. Okay, number 35. Let's pop over to see where that card is. Light beings, number 35. This image depicts a light being. The term light being is used to describe a range of ethereal forms, including guides and angels. They observe your life from a higher perspective, so they can see the most auspicious path for you to create your dreams and desires. Sometimes your light beings may seem to take you down a path fraught with difficulty. However, everything happens for a reason. Just as we know a baby will eventually walk, you will also find your footing and attain your dreams. Your light beings are not here to save you, for that would interfere with your ability to create unique paths and conclusions. They are the keepers of the faith that hold and stream your past, present, and future dreams and desires to your heart. Only you can decide what to do with that information. You can't get it wrong, for your light beings will just show you another way. So remember, there's many paths, many ways to get to the same destination. And so there's infinite possibilities in the universe. If you feel like, I don't want to make the wrong decision, and you take a fork in the road, you can always take another fork back. Or it may be a longer journey to get to that destination, but there may be other sort of lessons or opportunities along the way. So just trust that you're going to be divinely guided on the path, whether it's, a quick shortcut to the end, or whether it's a very long, winding, backtracking path to get there. Just trust you're in the right spot. So let's do a meditation. They want you to place your hand on the card. Of course, you can put your phone up to your chest, or you can just look at it and place your hand on your heart. Take a few deep breaths to ground yourself. If you're sitting, place your feet on the floor, uncross your legs, uncross your arms. If you're laying down, gently close your eyes and just start to focus on your breath and notice what you notice. Close your eyes, slow your breathing, and be in the present, in the now, by fully focusing on your breath. Follow your breath in and out as it moves. Watch as everything in your heart and mind begins to soften. Waves of love and light embrace you with universal wisdom and strength. Feel yourself being lifted upward, floating higher and higher and higher, to see yourself from a higher perspective. Imagine this is how your higher self, angels, guides, light beings, and loved ones see you. For a little while, see yourself through their eyes. Feel your mind and body let go of anything that is holding you back from the wonderment of you. How do your guides see you? Do they see the perfection that you already are? Do they see you with admiration and celebration? Witness how other people see the beauty and love inside of you. Learn to love yourself the same. When you feel ready, breathe and ground this new perspective into your body. Open your eyes and see everything anew. That's beautiful. I didn't even realize that's an image of a face on the card there. That is so beautiful. Hopefully that felt good for you. If you want to take some inspired reflections and actions, you can acknowledge how your soul sees you. You can write it down in a journal. You can just start writing down all the ways that God and your soul and the Great Spirit and the Great Creator love you and see you. Modify your beliefs about yourself in accordance with the way your soul sees you. Clear your mind of yesterday's dirt to enable a clear connection to your light beings. Meditation is as necessary as a daily shower. 5 minutes a day will quiet your mind, calm your body, and allow an unshakable peace to move through you. And don't be critical of yourself if you can't do 5 minutes a day. I've been meditating for 13 years, and when I first started, it was every 2 weeks, and then it was once a month. And I've gone through periods where I've tried to do it daily, and it's been impossible, especially for someone with ADHD, where consistency is not a strong suit. And I fight with my autism, who craves and demands routine, structure, and schedules. So you just have to be gentle with yourself. Start somewhere. Just start with the goal of doing a daily meditation or stillness practice. And if 5 minutes is too much, start with 1 minute and watch as that can grow. As you learn to silence your mind and just watch and observe your thoughts float by, it will become easier. You'll be able to do it more. And you're going to open up the creative pathways in your brain and your intuition and your third eye. Ask for a sign or feeling that your light beings are around you. Now, if you want to do some journal work, you can draw or write about 3 ways you believe you have connected with your light beings. It might be a feeling, a sense, a knowing, or a physical sign. For example, feathers and butterflies are a reminder to feel and be light. They're also a reminder of our spirits. Sometimes I've heard people say that their loved ones will send them butterflies. I've got a few relatives who our loved ones send them dragonflies. I personally get dimes and nickels and quarters and loonies, less so than the dimes. The dimes are from my father, and I get them quite often, and I love it, and it's so wonderful. Um, and then the rest of them, I have some other relatives. I think I did a post on it already. So I have an Opa that sends me nickels. I have a Grampy that sends me quarters. And most recently, I just got a loonie from my ex-husband's granny, who I adore and love and call her my granny too. And so, yeah, just be open to seeing and reflecting on all the ways that your loved ones communicate with you and connect with you, and write it down in your journal. The more that you become aware of something, the more that we focus our thoughts on and attention and energy on it, and we attract more of it. And if you want to feel that your guides and your loved ones are around you, just ask, and then be open to the awareness. That was a beautiful, beautiful reading today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for being open to receiving the guidance. Namaste. Have a blessed day.